One. Hello and welcome to the final home game of the regular season for your Everett Merchants as they face the Dub C Fish Sticks in a special non-conference affair. And as much as we'd like for this to be a conference affair, with as tight as these two teams are in the standings, this is a non-conference affair. So we welcome you inside the broadcast booth. I'm Sean O'Connor, voice of the Everett Merchants, alongside Preston Dewaskin. Preston, how are you tonight?
Feeling good. I can't believe we're winding down the regular season, but I'm ready to have a little fun with you this evening. Thanks for the invite.
Absolutely. Preston will be joining us for the first 4 innings of tonight's game as it's a called strike on Kamana Nahaku, batting .571 on the season. Only one game on the year for the center fielder, and a called strike quickly 0-2 as Jack Fitton wasting no time to get this game started. 5 appearances, 2 starts, 11 2/3 innings. He's given up 8 runs, all earned. 17 hits, 8 walks, 8 strikeouts, a 1-1 record, and a 6.17 ERA. Nice to see a pitcher working quickly. He gets the batter off balance, perhaps.
Yeah, especially with the team that's this hot at the WGT Fish Stick, going for whatever they're trying to do to 10 wins in a row. We'll see what happens.
As you mentioned, is that pitch missing inside 2-2, nearly hitting Nahako. The Merchants on a 2-game win streak, Dub C Fish Sticks on a 9-game winner, all in conference play. They started the season, and that one does hit him. 2-2 pitch hits Nahaku, puts leadoff man aboard. It'll bring up Clay Facto. Preston, the Fish Sticks started the season 1-5 in league play, have won their last 9 to pull into 3rd place, a half a game behind the Merchants and a game and a half behind the Blackfins at 10-5 in league play. It's an astounding turnaround for this squad.
It absolutely is. Nobody thought they could win this many, especially in such a hard league. This is not an easy league to win into.
Absolutely not. Is that pitch missing? 1-0 the count. Clay Facto, .348 batting average on the season. He is the lefty bat, or the left fielder rather, tonight. This pitch is a sharp grounder. Jack Johnson's got it. On to Barber at second for 1. On to first. In time, the double play. Merchants' defense has been spectacular this season, and that's a great example.
Yeah, it's been spectacular. I don't think they've made any wrong move. They've always gotten themselves, when they got themselves in trouble, they got the ground ball and the ED double play, wherever it is.
Climbing in now is Mahida Tabata, right fielder for the Fish Sticks. Time called late time. Wow.
So umpire said he did not come completely set. He wanted to go right to his motion.
So here's the first pitch. It's called strike. Fitton throwing with some velocity. Here's the 0-1. Chopper off the glove of Fitton. Barber's got it. The throw across, and it's 1-4-3 the putouts. As the Fish Sticks go in order, we head to the home first inning, tied scoreless in Everett. Welcome back. Bottom of the first. Sean O'Connor and Preston Dwoskin. Zaya Ackles leading off for the Merchants. He'll be followed by Jordan Justice in left, Aaron Barber at second, Jack Johnson at third, Kai Alberghini in right, Will Heron bats sixth at first base, Aiden Van Rinsum getting a DH day today, batting seventh, Braden Lundberg at short, and Lucas Delisle behind the plate. They'll be facing Joey Stover, a class of 2022 grad out of Temecula High School in California, the 51st ranked left-handed pitcher in his class, but yet to commit to a college. And this pitch hits Zaya, second pitch of the at-bat. Back-to-back leadoff hit by pitches to start a game. You won't see that very often.
Yeah, you don't see that very often. You don't know what that's going to lead to. Hopefully that's just getting the tingle out of your arm and ready to move on and ready to play baseball. I hope Seven isn't hurt because he's going down to the stretch.
Oh, yeah. Interesting. Good eye. We'll see how Zaya shakes that one off. He should be okay. As Jordan Justice climbs in, 351 bat on the year. He is tied for the team lead in RBIs, 18 ribbies on the year. Infield shaded slightly towards the left. This pitch is a called strike. Give you a quick tour of the Fish Sticks infield, or the defensive alignments. Prendergast, Hayes, Espana, and Florio from left to right in the infield. Facto, Nahaku, and Tabata. As Zaya stumbles on his way to second base and still gets in there. And the stolen base, 1-1 the count. Starting battery of Joey Stober and Jake Lockwood. And all of a sudden, a runner in scoring position with nobody out. Stover delivers. Low out and away. 2-1. Impressive jump. Stumbling halfway to second base, and he still gets there on time. Preston.
You want to try and distract the pitchers. What are you trying to do? Try and make a balk or do something goofy to throw him off balance?
It worked as Stover steps off the rubber. On deck, Aaron Barber. He'll be followed by Jack Johnson. Burton's getting Barber back in the lineup after he missed the game yesterday with, we believe, an all-star appearance. That's what the coaching staff told us, I believe, with Barber. I know a number of pitchers were missing because of an all-star game. So congratulations to those players. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Big secondary lead by Zaya Ackles. That one misses 3-2.
They went to the Seattle Mariners game to watch the Major League All-Star game. That's where they went.
Payoff pitch. Runner goes. This ball is inside, and Zaya steals third. 2 stolen bases for Zaya Ackles, and Aaron Barber climbs in. Barber, 364 hitter on the season. Good, solid bat at second base for the Merchants. He'll dig in, looking to give Everett an early lead. Nobody out runners on the corners. And move to first base. Fishchick's got to be careful there. Zaya looks like he might break for home.
Yeah, you could be very true. And I'm surprised at where the defender did. Looks like they want to give a double play and give up the run.
It's not a terrible move this early in the game. As Zaya, big secondary lead, and it's called strike on the inside part of the plate. 0-1. I think we've seen just about everything this season except for a steal of home, so I would be all for it. Runner goes. This one hits Barber, and the bases are loaded. So the first 3 men reach, bases are loaded on a pair of hit by pitches and a walk. So control issues early for Joey Stover will bring up Jack Johnson, hitting .430 on the season. 431, excuse me. Off a 3-for-4 night with 2 doubles and 4 RBIs to go with a walk in yesterday's affair.
Yeah, you got a real big chance right here if you're the Everett Merchants to crack this game open. Send a real strong message to the Deputy Fish that we're not going to mess around. We're out here to win this game. We want to win this thing. We don't care if it's league or non-conference. We're out here to win.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. It feels like anything less than 2 is a bit of a disappointment here. As Florio playing on the grass at first. Here's the pitch. It's a foul ball straight down. 0-1. Kai Alberghini on deck. He'll be followed by Will Heron. Heron was hitting the ball very well last night, but ran into a bunch of bad luck. Ended up 0 for 4 with a sacrifice fly, but made up for it on the field with a spectacular diving 3-5 double play with the bases loaded. Here's the 0-1. Runners get their leads. Pitch is well away, 2-0. Or rather, 1-1. Merchants yet to have an official at bat. One of the quirks of baseball stats. This is a high chopper to third. Only plays to first base. And an RBI ground out will get the scoring started. 5-3 the put out. Everybody advances. And the Merchants on top 1-0. Productive at bat gets the job done.
Yeah, it's an out, but he gets an RBI because he's getting somewhere, forces the runners were already moving, so the only place is the first base. Now let's just see if Kai Alberghini can pick up a deep fly ball or a base hit, get the next guy in, keep moving the chain.
4 straight productive at-bats for the Merchants to start this game, and Alberghini have a chance to pick up a couple RBIs with a base hit. Deep fly ball would score a run as well, and the count's 0-1. Stover looks in. The 0-1 on the way. It skips in. 1-1. Big Will Heron on deck. Aiden Van Rinsum in the hole in case he's needed. Called strike on the inside part of the plate. Borderline pitch going the way of Joey Stover, excuse me.
Cool evening in Everett with a light breeze.
It is quite pleasant, I would say. Merchants have yet to play on a really, truly hot day this season, which is a great depart from last year, which was scorching all summer for the Everett kids. Barber able to take a pretty substantial lead at second base. And this is a ground ball to second. Espana, the throw to first in time. RBI ground out will score another run for Everett. And I'll tell you, Preston, the Merchants will take it. Up 2-0 here. No hits, but up 2-0.
Yeah, he did it again. Didn't have to do it before. He hit it far enough away where the runner was already moving, and if he was thrown home, it would have been no play because he was already in motion. That's the way to play baseball.
Absolutely. Will Heron up with 2 away, and Aaron Barber on at third base. Ball, cool, called strike at the lower part of the plate.
Something I can tell you about this home plate umpire. I've known this home plate umpire for a number of years. He's done my games, whatever. He's very consistent. He gets in his zone. He doesn't mix it up. He'll open it up if he needs to, but he stays very consistent so you know when you're at approach of where you're going to go.
1-1. The ball bounces in. Stover with a pretty long set. He'll step off. Him and Lockwood not on the same page early. Here's the pitch. It's a called strike. Heron behind now, 1-2. Fish Sticks will send Chafee, Prendergast, and Espana to the plate in the top of the second. This ball swing, foul tip into the glove for strike 3. Merchants pick up 2 runs on no base hits and Strand. Aaron Barber at third base. We return top of the second inning in Everett, 2-0.
Hello, welcome back to Everett, Washington on a beautiful night, top half the second inning. Thanks, Sean, for letting me call these couple innings with you. I know that it's your last broadcast, but happy to get a couple innings in.
Absolutely. Thanks for being on the show. Siler Chafee leading off for the Fish Sticks.
Okay. Let's see if the starting pitcher can go 1-2-3 and get our offense back in the dugout. First pitch on the way. Strike one called. He's pumping strikes in there right away. Sean looks like he's off to a fine start.
He is indeed. Yeah, it's pitching
Next
quite
pitch
well.
is a little bit high for a ball. The count evens at 1-1. Next pitch on the way is a little bit low. It's 2-1.
Finn working quickly when the bases are empty, and something you like to see from your starter. Keep that tempo up. Keep the batters uncomfortable.
Pitch on the way, diving stop, but the ball goes past Jack Johnson into left field for a leadoff base hit for the WD Fish Sticks. And who did that bring up?
It brings up Owen Prendergast, third baseman lefty for the Fish Sticks.
And we have somebody on first base, and he will go from the stretch. And the first pitch on the way is outside for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes.
We have a shout out from one of our listeners, Yasmani Milo, saying go Ziaklis. And we agree, go Zai. Let's see him performing in his return to the lineup.
Next pitch is high, 2 balls and no strikes. Thanks to the listeners for the comment. Post them in the chat. Like to hear from you. Glad to have your support. As the next pitch on the way is outside. It's 3 balls and no strikes. Maybe you can get a strike here, but having a little trouble trying to find the zone at the moment.
He is indeed. Fenton worked very efficiently in the top half of the first.
And it is a favorable call by Chris Clifton with a strike call. He's 3-1. He's right back to work, ready to go from the stretch with the 3-1 pitch. Swung on and fouled away on the third base side. And the count is filled up. Way to get yourself back into the count now.
That one was pretty close to my car. Hopefully it missed.
Yeah, that would be bad. Siren alarm go off. As the 3-2 pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. Runner goes to second. The throw is not in time. It bounces off the shortstop and hits Aaron Barber. So that would be a... How do we score that?
Just a straight stolen base.
Straight stolen base. So a runner in scoring position with 1 out. And that brings up...
That'll bring up Miguel Espana, second baseman for the Fish Sticks. Honkers was last name.
Yeah, well, with the batting on the air.
Down only at 111 on the season. But if I remember right, he put some pretty good wood on the ball last game that we saw the Fish Sticks.
Yep, he's going to pitch from the wind. He's looking at second base, and now the delivery on the way is a strike called. 0-1. Way to get yourself ahead in the count. Sean, you know, when a pitcher can pitch ahead, he's got more weapons and arsenal to use. Is that true?
It is, absolutely. You keep a waste pitch or two in case you need them. A waste pitch is just a pitch that you know is going to be a ball, but it changes the eye level of the batter and gives you a competitive advantage.
That pitch was in the dirt. Nice stop by Lumber.
Catcher's Delisle for the
I
Merchants.
get the names of me. Delisle's nice way to keep the runner on at second base, and the count is even at 1-1. He gets set from the belt. He looks over at second base, and he pitches and deals. They swung on. The first baseman going to have to take a look, and it's going to go into the bleachers, and it is a 1-2 count coming. Well, shadows are going to be, looks like, type of a factor. They've just come across the home plate area and going to the mound. We'll see if that actually breaks the factor. Do you think that can have a factor?
It certainly could have a factor, yeah. And the good news with Everett and the stadium is that it's only a factor for, as that's say,
swung on and missed out of the zone. Way to get your strikeout. Got two away. And that brings up
Jake Lockwood, catcher for the Fish Sticks. And as we were mentioning about the shadows, yeah, the good news with Everett is it's only an issue for about an inning or so. But once that shadow completely covers the pitcher, it's really a non-issue.
Yep, I agree with you. 2 outs. Let's see if he can get himself out of a little bit of a jam here. It's the first pitch on the way. It's swung on, foul ball to the net. God, you got a net in Everett, otherwise you'd be hit every time.
Absolutely. Although I will say, I wish a couple balls up in the broadcast booth would be fun. Spice up the broadcast a little bit.
Yeah, it would be.
Getting a couple of sideways looks from my fellow commentators.
The pitch on the way is a little bit inside.
Not really sure where that one was, to be honest, with the zone we've seen tonight. But even the best umpires miss a call.
Nobody's perfect. Nobody. You wouldn't be a good umpire if you didn't make a mistake here.
There's been one perfect umpire report card in the last 2 or 3 seasons.
Swung on and missed, but the catcher drops the ball, but it still counts as a strike. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. As he looks in and gets the sign from his catcher, and he's ready to deal with the 1-2 pitch. It is in the dirt. Runner goes to third. It checks the tag. He's safe. That was a bang play, but the home plate umpire right there to make the call.
And I think it was the right one. It was close, but I think he got in there.
Yep, he got it right. So the count is 2-2. And he can go now. He can just pitch from the regular pitch on the way. Is strike 3 call on the outside corner. Caught him looking. That with an inning and a half complete. It's the Everett Merchants 2 and the WT Fish Sticks 0. We'll be back with the bottom of the second inning in a moment. Hello and welcome back to Everett. Bottom of the second inning. Leading off is the designated hitter, Aiden Van Renssum from Marysville. I've known him for a long time. DHing tonight because it looks like he might get on the mound.
Yes, we expect Aiden Van Renssum to make an appearance on the mound today. So we'll see how that goes.
First pitch is swung on and missed. 0-1.
For those keeping track of the Gold Cup, the United States falling to Panama 5-4 in a penalty shootout in the Gold Cup semifinals. They will not repeat his
not even
championships.
close. Pitches behind his back.
Well,
How often do you see that?
That pitch missed very badly as the Joey Stover adventure continues.
Very weird start to this game. 2 runs and no hit.
Yeah, you don't see that very often.
As the 1-1 pitch is on the way to Van Renssum, is a strike called. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Nice pitch, just finding the inside part of the zone. It's a tough pitch. If that's called a strike all night, it's going to be a tough one for the batters.
Pitch is off the glove of the catcher. It's 2-2. Yeah, I was having a conversation with Van Renssum, and I said, what do you want to do with your career? Where do you want to go after you finish here? And he said, I'd like to be drafted someday. If I could actually get into the Major League draft, it would be a dream come true.
Absolutely, I think.
2-2 pitch. Swung on. Oh! Outstanding catch by the shortstop. Comes up and brings that ball down. Wow. We have 1 out in the inning.
Tell you what, Preston, this game is leaving off right where last game stopped with the defense. Unbelievable defense up and down the lineup yesterday, and we're picking up right where we left off.
Who do we have next?
Braden Lundberg, shortstop for the Merchants with 1 away. He's batting .276 on the year.
Pitch is inside for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Been a pretty good catcher all year.
He has indeed. Preston, I'll tell you, I can watch defensive baseball highlights all day. It's the most impressive thing for me. I mean, home runs are cool, but give me that or Heron's diving play for a double play in last night's game. I mean, that's what makes baseball great.
Yep. Last pitch was high. It's 2 balls and no strike. Doesn't even find the plate here all the way to the backstop. Looks like he lost the grip on the baseball because he's shaking his head back and forth. What did you see there?
Yeah, I think he did. You don't see Rosenbags too often in semi-pro ball, surprisingly, but might be a good thing to get a hold of.
Pitches inside and catches the zone. It's 3-1. He's right up there ready to go again with the 3-1 pitch. It's inside, but it's too far down low for a ball, and that would put him on at first base and bring up the number 9 man to the plate.
Lucas Delisle, catcher for the Merchants. He's getting his batting average back to a more respectable level. Had some real bad luck at the beginning of the year, but has been swinging the bat well as of late. We'll see what he can do here with man on first.
Let's see if he can get something going here. Maybe get man moving. As the first pitch, he comes. Is outside off the catcher. Runner goes to second base. That will be a pass ball.
Yeah, pass ball advances the runner.
So we have a runner in scoring position. We've been, I believe we're 2 for 2 for tonight, getting 2 guys in.
Yes, it's an interesting thing because we're 2 for 3 with an RBI opportunities, but our batting average is 0 for 3 in those situations because they were both ground outs.
That pitch is a bit outside. It's 2 balls and no strikes.
That's why I sometimes think that batting average with runners in scoring position is it's a hair overrated because it doesn't take into account the RBI ground out or the sacrifice fly. RBI, maybe make a new stat like conversion percentage in RBI opportunities or something like that.
They swung on. He has to do it off the glove, but he can't go because he has to go back to second base because that's where he was. That put single, and we're going to go back to the top of the order for Zaya Ackles?
Zaya Ackles leading off, and that'll be the first base hit of the game for the Merchants. They get a hit on the board.
We finally got a first hit. Now you got 2 on with 1 out, and back to the top of the order. You got to flip flop the lineup here.
Yeah, and Zaya was hit and came around to score back in the first.
A long pause, and now he steps off the rubber. Sean, do you think there should be a timer because you get to stand there so long with that baseball?
I'll tell you, I I don't. I think the pitch clock works fine when you have a 162-game season as the runners go.
Runner goes. There's no throw.
Goodness.
I think he dropped the baseball there.
Wow. It didn't look like he dropped the baseball, if I'm honest. But a perfectly executed double steal. Zaya was gone, and it gave enough of a hesitation for Delisle to get to second base, give both batters a stolen bag.
Next pitch on the way. It swung on and fouled away. It's 1-1. I don't even know if Harold Pyatt or Bo Blacken gave him the sign. I think they did that on their own.
It's possible. They might have. Those two are very intelligent base runners. I wouldn't put it past them to come up with something like that. It's one of those, if it works, great. If it doesn't, you're going to have to hear from it from your coach, so it better work.
That pitch is down low. It's 2-1. It's in the favor of the batter. Maybe you get a fastball, drive it somewhere in the gap, and score. Get 2 RBIs there.
Yeah, absolutely. Great opportunity to double your lead.
He got a high leg kick, and Dio swung on and fouled at the plate. The count is 2-2. What do you think of that high leg kick? It looks like he's got a hesitation there.
Yeah, well, it can be very effective at generating power and torque when the bases are empty. But if you can't pitch effectively from the stretch, then it doesn't matter. You're going to be slow to home plate, and you're going to allow the running game of the other team to really take off unless you have a killer move to first base.
The 2-2 pitch on the way. It swung on and missed. Foul tip into the glove, and that will be 2 outs in the inning. And that will bring up Jordan Justice, another high talented hitter from Marysville.
Absolutely. Marysville putting out some good college baseball players as he's walked and scored in his first at bat. As an Oak Harbor High School alum, it was always a bit of a rivalry between Oak Harbor and Marysville. Good to be able to root for the Marysville kids for once. It's a good change of pace.
First pitch on the way, swung on and fouled at the plate. 0-1, trying to maybe get a base hit there when he fouled it off.
That was a nasty breaking ball.
Yeah, that was. Shadows are going in and out. We got none right here. A beautiful night in Everett.
A little bit of chill in the air.
It balls into the dirt. It's 1-1. An interesting story. I first met Jordan Justice playing Little League. I went to a game, and first game I went to, he hit a home run out in the dead center field over the wall, and I went to him and said, "Hey, is your baseball career just starting?" And he said, "Yeah." It was a fun conversation.
Sounds like it.
1-1 pitch on the way. Long hesitation by the pitcher, and now he deals. Inside, a turn by Mr. Justice. It's 2-1. See if he can get a fastball here and drive. He's been hitting that bat hard. He's been finding gaps when you need him to.
He has indeed. Shadow's back around the mounds. That sun's coming in and out behind the clouds, so it could be tricky for the next inning or so for the hitters.
2-1 pitch on the way. Swung on and fouled into the net. It's 2-2. Quite a few fans here. We've been having pretty good fans because now they brought those old famous merchant burgers back.
Gotta love the merchant burgers. I'll tell you, they were holding out on me. I didn't know merchant burgers existed until this season. I've been here since 2019, so glad to finally join the club.
Yep. The 2-2 pitch on the way is outside. That will fill the count. Something's got to give here. You got an open base at first. I don't think he wants to face the next man in the batting order, but we do because we know he's hot.
We do
but
indeed.
He wants to try and get him out. Aaron Barber, I think it's hitting well over 400 with runners in scoring position.
He's hitting very well in every situation. And payoff pitch coming. You're going to have the runners on the move.
The payoff pitch is on the way. It swung on and missed. And we strand 2 runners in scoring position. With 2 innings complete in Everett, we'll go to the third. In the top of the third, Sean will take the broadcast. 2-0 Merchants. Welcome back, top of the third inning. And now for the play-by-play, here's Sean O'Connor.
Thank you, Preston. Will Florio, first baseman for the Fish Sticks, will lead off here against Merchant starter Jack Fitton. Everett stranding a pair of runners in scoring position in the bottom half of the second. They've maintained their lead here in the top of the third, 2-0. It's Preston. It's been a strange game. No shortage of offense for the Merchants, but the runs, you'd expect a couple more with the base runners they've had on.
Yes, you do.
Did he go? Yes, sir, he did. Swinging strike number 2. The count 1-2.
Good appeal there by the catcher.
Absolutely. Carson Hayes on deck, shortstop, as this ball hit well to center field. Charging is Ackles, and he'll make the play right at the edge of the shadows for out number 1. Just bring up 9-hole hitter Carson Hayes, hitting .227 for the Sticks. And Merchant second in the PIL, a full game behind the Blackfins. And just a half a game ahead of these Dub C Fish Sticks. But unfortunately, the way the PIL is structured this season, this is a non-league contest. This will not affect the standings one way or the other. As that ball low and away gets away from Delisle and all the way back to the screen. Preston, I don't know about you, but I think that in general, if you're playing a league team and it's not a tournament, it should count towards your league schedule. That's just my opinion. I understand there's counters to that, but
I agree with you. I think if you play a league team, it should be. I don't even understand why they do this.
I don't either. I pretend to understand. I could make up a reason for it, but I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I think this is the first really true full PIL lineup we've had since the COVID season. A swing and a miss for strike 3. Jack Fitton, his 4th strikeout of the evening already through 2 2/3. We'll see the leadoff man, Kamana Nahaku, climbs in. He was hit by a pitch and later erased on a double play. Preston, I think part of the issue is the league is trying to bring back their PIL tournament for the first time in quite some time. It's the largest PIL since my first season back in 2019. I think just a lot of growing pains getting back up to the size that this league used to be, and hopefully eventually challenging to be the best league in this region as it once was.
Yeah, I think it would be great. Get some non-conference team. Then we had a team from San Diego that played up here.
Barber gloves it on the short hop. Throw across in plenty of time for out number 3. 1, 2, 3 go the Fish Sticks. We head to the home third. Merchants on top, 2-0. Welcome back to Everett. Fish Sticks trail the Merchants 2-0. Sean O'Connor with Preston Dwoskin. Aaron Barber leading things off here in the bottom of the third. Merchants on top 2-1. one hit aside. This pitch hits Aaron Barber. Third hit by pitch of the day by Joey Stover, and second time Aaron Barber's been hit. Johnson 0 for 1 drove in the first run of the ballgame. Jack Johnson, best bat on the team among qualified hitters, batting over .430. Yet his defense might be more impressive. Pitch missing.
Yeah. Sorry. Sorry about that. Paused it. Didn't stop. They gave me that pitch because it was like music was on.
All right, no count. They're taking that pitch away. So we're going to have a quick meeting between Harold Pyatt and Chris Claffin. They're going to give no count here. Harold's getting an explanation. And Harold's laughing along with Chris Claffin. So no pitches yet to Jack Johnson.
I have never seen that before.
I haven't either.
It's very coincidental.
I'll be honest, I don't like that call, but it is what it is. No count to Jack Johnson. That is bizarre. Swing and a miss. Yeah, to me, if you don't think the conditions are ready for play, you don't allow, you call time before the pitch is thrown. But regardless, 0-1 to count. Runner on at first base, and Aaron Barber, Jack Johnson in. This ball skips in, 1-1. On deck, Kyle Bergini. Moved to first, not in time. Ball out of the glove, but right there for Florio.
Very, very strange night.
It's a weird game so far, absolutely. Perfect way to end the regular season home campaign of Harold Pyatt's career. Just a strange game. Got a pitcher warming up for the Fish Sticks as this ball's a called strike.
Thinking of that, it's very strange to know that 50 years have gone like this. It seems like every summer goes by quicker and quicker and quicker.
Absolutely. Poor is warming up for the Fish Sticks. Be a weird sight in Everett next season without Harold Pyatt in the dugout. This pitch missing. 2-2. Yasmani Millo shouting out Corey Ackles, good job with the team. Corey Ackles, a very valuable addition to this coaching staff, former Merchant player. So we like to see him back on this squad with his nephew, Zaya Ackles, in center field. 2-2. It's a ground ball, base hit, fair ball down the first base line. Aaron Barber's got to get on his horse. It's down into the dugout. Bouncing around in the bullpen. They're going to score a run. In comes Jack Johnson, head first slide to third base, and an RBI triple down the line. What a play, what a piece of hitting by Jack Johnson to go the other way for a triple to extend the Merchant advantage. It's 3-0.
Wow, what a hit, and what a smack. It could have gone. It could have gone either way, but it tried to hit that line and go all the way there.
It did indeed. And Barber retreating to the bag and had to make up the distance he lost there, trying to go back to make sure he didn't get doubled up in case that was caught. And good job on the bullpen staff for the Fish Sticks getting out of the way of that and keeping it from being a ground rule double. Up to bat is Kai Alberghini, 0 for 1 with an RBI. Nobody out. That's a swing and a miss. Kai batting .392 on the season. Merchants play at the Seattle Blackfin tomorrow. That game will give the winner of that game the lead of the PIL for the moment. It's a big game in Seattle.
It's not being played in Seattle. It's being played in Edmond.
Excuse me. That's the Seattle team. Yes.
My,
I've got this weird thing with sports teams that you should be named after the city you play in. I don't know. I don't know if that's just me or not, but if your team's named Seattle, you should play in Seattle.
yeah, I agree with you. It sounds a little weird when you talk Edmond and it's a
Yep.
Seattle team. But I guess before you can get a home field to play at,
It's
right,
true.
Sean?
It's true. But be the Edmund Blackfins. It's like
Yeah.
it should be the Arlington Cowboys instead of the Dallas Cowboys. But
Yep.
1-2 to Alberghini. And he steps off. Stover, 53 pitches. Pour still warming for the Sticks. A few guys walking around in the bullpen for the Merchants, but nothing major. As this pitch is hit hard to right field, they're going to tag and go. Here's Jack Johnson, and he's in there standing as the throw is offline. Sacrifice fly for Kai Alberghini. And there is now one away, but the Merchants on top 4-0 with the bases empty. This is more like it. Will Heron climbs in. Designated hitter 0 for 1 with a strikeout. See if he can change his fortunes here. Time called. No pitch. As a ball trickling in from the Merchant dugout. Or rather from the stands. A fan trying to throw that one back to the Merchants, and it trickled out past the foul line.
Wow, we've had two different plays. Now we've had that, and we've had the thing by Harold. That's a weird game.
It's a strange game. I'd like to thank you all for watching this presentation of Everett Merchants Baseball. This is the final home game of the regular season. Good backhand play by Espandia. The throw is not in time. Infield single for Will Heron. Rewarded after a great night yesterday, but just couldn't find a base hit. He gets one here in the bottom of the third.
That's an extremely nice way to stick your foot out and keep the thing going there. Great effort. Great single.
One away, one on for Aiden Van Rinsum. 2 runs here in the bottom of the third for the Merchants. Ball is low. Ooh, called strike. It's a borderline pitch. Hard to tell the bottom part of the zone from up here. That's a tough pitch for us to see. On deck is Braden Lundberg. Skips in 1-1. Bit of a chilly night in Everett. We've mentioned that a couple times, but temperature continuing to drop a bit. Well hit ball to left center field. And it will be caught in left center rather, by Nahaku. Able to track it down. That ball hit a ton, but straight up. Cool, 64 degrees. Braden Lundberg climbs in, walked in his first at bat back in the second. Lundberg, batting just a hair under 300 on the season. On deck is the catcher Lucas Delisle, leaving his armor on in case Lundberg doesn't get aboard. This ball fouled off.
The shadows have now gone completely away, and I call this a perfect scene for baseball. I mean, no lights on, you have nothing there, you're playing with the traditional light. Great picture taking.
It's beautiful. I unfortunately missed the Merchants trip up to the Midnight Sun game, but this is the gliding that they play in towards midnight as the sun dips down towards the horizon, never quite getting below, but you get this kind of slightly brighter than twilight lighting on the field. A really cool effect.
Yeah, I watched that game online. Real cool experience. Not a very big stadium they play in.
But they sell it out. 1-1 pitch on the way. Lundberg takes a called strike. And I think Lockwood brought that one back. From the winds. And this one well inside. Lundberg getting out of the way. It's 2-2. Fish Sticks in their blue hats, white shirt, white pant. Merchants in their black and blue hats, black tops, and white pants. Final home game in the regular season for Harold Pyatt as he retires after 50 years. And a call, strike 3 on the inside part of the plate. Braden Lundberg doesn't like it. And the Merchants strand a man at first, but score 2 runs. We head to the top of the 4th inning, 4-0 Merchants. Welcome back. Top of the 4th inning. Clay Facto leading off. And here's Preston with the play-by-play.
Thanks, Sean. We'll get an opportunity to call one last inning with you this season. It's been a blast. I'm nothing short of heroic being standing with you.
Hopefully we get to call a few more next year.
It's inside. It hits him on the jersey, and he is going to get first base. My goodness.
And that got a good piece of Delisle, too. See if he can shake it off. Caught him right on the ribs, missed the armor.
Yep, underneath the check protector.
Now betting number 39, Mahi Tabata.
Shook it off pretty well. Mahi Tabata leading on, or rather, up next to bat.
Yeah, very interesting. Another hit batter. That's quite a few of it.
4 on the game.
Swung on, off the glove. It goes all the way into left field. It's all the way to the wall. The third base coach is going to send him home. It's going to be a throw to the plate. Not in time. He is safe at home. A double. And the WC Fish Sticks are on the board with 1 run.
Great piece of hitting there. And a good sense, too. They were never going to get him at the plate. As 1 run on 2 hits for the WC Fish Sticks. It'll bring up Tyler Chafee, DH. 1 for 1 tonight.
Yeah, that would have been one heck of a catch if he come up with that one. But they got it. So a runner in scoring position for the Fish Sticks, a run in, and the first pitch on the way is swung on into the infield. Jack Johnson calls everybody off. It is an out. 1 away in the top half of the 4th inning.
And that's a big out.
Now batting number 4, Owen Prendergast.
Settles things down a little bit as Owen Prendergast climbs in 0 for 1 with the strikeout.
It sure does. Now let's just see if the defense can get to work and get out of this inning without giving up another run.
Absolutely. You're okay at 4-1. 4-2 is a little scarier.
Yep. First pitch is high for a ball, 1 ball, and no strikes.
Still nobody warming for the Merchants. Poor still warming for no one warming for the Merchants. Poor still warming for the Fish Sticks. We expect him to see him in the next frame.
Pitch is outside for a ball, 2 balls and no strikes. Makes me wonder if they're going to go to the bullpen next half inning because he's been in there so long.
Certainly possible. His command has been all over the board. The pitch count is up there.
The 2-0 pitch on the way. It's swung on. Nice pitch. It's 2-1.
The line on Stover so far, the starter for the Fish Sticks, he's given up 4 runs, all earned, 3 hits, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts in 3 innings on 64 pitches. So pitch count getting up there a bit.
Yes, it is. The pitch on the way is strike called. It's 2-2.
Tell you what, he pulled that pitch down to that lower inside corner. That's an effort strike right there.
Yes, it is. The 2-2 pitch on the way. It's swung on and missed. We have 2 outs in the inning. You know something I want to ask you. Do you think a catcher should be able to pull a pitch so far that the umpire can do that when they go to reset their glove? Do you think that
Like the framing?
Yeah.
I think the framing should be legal. That's part of the game. If you're an umpire, you just can't be fooled by the frame. You got to call that pitch when you see it.
Yep. Who's up now?
This is Miguel Espana, the second baseman for the Fish Sticks. 0 for 1 with the strikeout.
Ball is high. 1 ball and no strikes. We've had a couple calls up there, haven't we, for strikes?
We have. That's a tough pitch if you're the batter. Or rather, if you're the pitcher, that's a tough ball. But it's been decently... The top of the zone's been pretty good.
He finds the zone there. It's even at 1-1. As an umpire, you try to be consistent as you can so you know right where your strikes and balls are going to be called. The 1-1 pitch on the way. Swung on to the shortstop. He throws it over off the glove. The runner's going to go home. It is not going to be in no throw. And that will be scored how, Sean?
That is an E6. E6 score the run. And up next is Will Floria. Or excuse me, Jake Lockwood up next.
First pitch of the strike. Now you got a game, Sean. Now it's 4-2. A little bit tighter of a game.
You do indeed. As apologies for the...
They swung on and fouled away on the third base side, and it's 2 strikes.
Apologies for disappearing there for a second. My program had some issues with that play for some reason, but we're back. We're back.
We're back with the 2-strike pitch coming. It's outside for a ball. You know, something I wanted to ask you about is, do you think in semi-pro that they care about a pitch count, or do they think they like to watch your pitch count all day? We'll talk about that at the bottom of the inning. That swung on and missed. 3.5 innings complete. The Fish Sticks pick up a couple of runs. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. It's 4-2 Merchants. What I'm
2.
Welcome back to Everett. Bottom of the 4th inning, we have a new pitcher for the Fish Stick, and I will toss it over to Sean to give it the stats on the new pitcher.
Thank you, Preston. New pitcher is Caden Poor. Caden Poor appeared in 3 contests, all in relief. 2 2/3 innings pitched. He's given up 5 runs, only 2 earned, however, on 3 hits, 8 walks. So command has been a bit of an issue. 5 strikeouts, 1-0 record, and a 6.75 ERA. So we'll see what he can do here. Command's been an issue, but also hasn't been helped out with his defense. 5 runs, only 2 earned is a bit of a discrepancy.
Yeah, as we go to the bottom 4th, Merchants find themselves only up 2 runs. We need to get a little more offense going so we can, we have it there. Leading off for the Everett Merchants is
Lucas Delisle, catcher, 1 for 1 tonight.
Catcher leading off, see if he can get something going with the base hit here. As the first pitch on the way is low for a ball, 1 ball, and no strikes. The lights have now been turned on in Everett. As the 1-0 pitch on the way. Off the catcher's mitt and to the backstop, 2 balls and no strikes.
Yeah, off the heel of the glove there. A little crossed up, perhaps.
Yep. The 2-0 pitch delivery on the way is down low, 3 balls and no strikes. I think he's going to be looking for a strike here at 3-0.
I'd say you're right. Absolutely.
The 3-0 delivery on the way is strike called, 3-1.
Lucas thought he walked, and I think he did too. But borderline pitch, he'll step back in.
Stepping in with the 3-1 count, and the 3-1 pitch on the way is down low for a ball. A leadoff walk for the Everett Merchants brings us back to the top of the order to Zaya Ackles.
Zaya Ackles 0 for 1 with the hit by pitch and a run scored. And that's Caden Poor's, rather. Or Caden Poor. I'll get there eventually. Caden Poor's 9th walk on the year in 2 2/3 innings.
First pitch on the way is swung on and fouled away, 0-1. Trying to put something together here, see if we can get a little action going on the base pad.
Absolutely. See if you can get those runs back. This is first runs of the game by the Fish Sticks in the top half of the inning, so you'd like to get at least one of those back here, pad your lead a little bit.
The 0-1 pitch on the way is high, had to turn on it away. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Joey Stover's book is closed. 4 runs all earned on 3 hits, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts. He pitched 3 innings in 64 pitches.
The 1-1 pitch is fouled away to the Merchants bench. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Stover, currently in line for the loss. And Jack Finn, if he goes another inning, would be in line for the win as things stand.
Yep. You have a lot of baseball to play. 1 ball, 2 strike pitch on the way. Is strike 3 called, and it would be 1 down for the Everett Merchants.
Brings up Jordan Justice 0 for 1 with the strikeout, walked and scored back in the first inning.
The first pitch is coming, but the long hole by the pitcher throws over to first base, diving back in plenty of time.
Running game has been on for the Merchants.
He set at the belt, he pauses and waits. And the first pitch to Justice is outside for a ball. A question for you, and I don't know if you have that off the top of your finger. How many stolen bases do the Merchants have on the season? Do we know?
I can get you that. Yeah, absolutely. Pretty sure I can get you that.
If the pitch is on the way, it's a bit high for a ball. 2 balls and no strikes. I'm all about stats. I like to know what's going on during the game.
Me too.
He's set at the belt, and the 2-0 pitch on the way is swung on to the right fielder, comes in and makes the catch. There are 2 out for the Everett Merchants.
Tabata swallows that one up and brings up Aaron Barber. 0 for 1 with a pair of, or 0 for no plate appearance at bats so far. It's been hit twice, came around to score once back in the 3rd. To answer your question, 18 stolen bases, only 3 caught stealings on the season for the Merchants, not including the stats from tonight's game. So add a few more stolen bags.
2 hits by pitches.
Painful night at the dish for Aaron Barber.
That pitch was down low for a ball, 1 ball, no strikes. He's been a consistent hitter for the Merchants, Aaron Barber has. He's always been able to put the ball in play and always been able to create something going.
Mm-hmm. Add 4 more stolen bases to that total. So 24 stolen bags to 3 caught stealings for the Merchants.
That ball's hit into right field. It's a caught. We leave a man stranded. It's 4 innings complete. It's 4-2 Everett. To the top of the 5th inning, Sean, thanks for the opportunity to come in and call for the broadcast. A great game, fun being with you. Here's Sean O'Connor for the remaining of the game.
Thank you, Preston. First pitch by Jack Fitton to Will Florio is fouled off, 0-1 the count. We have 2 defensive changes to announce after the pitch. It's well away, low, 1-1. One and 1. So here's your balls and strikes there. Mm-hmm. Fenton, the 1-1, well away, 2-1. Jordan Justice being replaced by Anthony Andrews in left field, and our new shortstop, Jonah Scholl, replacing Braden Lindbergh. Popped up, playable by Barber. He waves off his teammates and makes the play in shallow right field for out number 1. Carson Hayes climbs in, shortstop, 0 for 1 with a strikeout.
Now batting number 28, Carson Hayes.
4-2 Merchants, 4 runs on 3 hits, 1 error. 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors for the Sticks. This pitch bounces in, 1-0. Little flare shot into right field for a base hit. Gets in front of Alberghini, who will be able to hold the runner at first for a single. A base hit for the Fish Sticks as they look to get something going here with 1 away. Nahaku climbs in 0 for 1 with a hit by pitch, raced in a double play. On deck, Clay Facto, left fielder. Fenton looking for the double play. He'll get a swing and a miss on a breaking ball. 0-1. Both pins quiet. Someone out in the Merchant pins playing, or rather throwing a heavy ball against the wall. Move to first, nothing doing. Looks like that might be Shane Melrose, tomorrow's starter. Won't see him in the game tonight. Here's the pitch. It's a little flare in the right field, and Alberghini's got it. It's going to have a no chance at first base. He'll hold on to it. And another out towards Alberghini. It'll bring up Clay Facto.
Now batting number 3, Clay Facto.
2 outs with only 1 on. Merchant's looking for a quick top of the 5th inning. 61 pitches for Fenton. He would be in line for the win should he get out of the inning with the lead. Here's the pitch. Ooh, upstairs and inside for ball 1. Mahi Tabata on deck. Here's the pitch. It's called strike. Just getting a piece of the zone. A little bit of a hometown call, perhaps. Heron holding Hayes on at first. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. It's a ball downstairs. Throw down is offline. Skips away from Barber, who will hold the runner. Scholl backing it up. He wouldn't have gotten away anyways. It's 2-1. Pretty long hold, and Fenton will step off. Popped up. Playable. Fenton is called off by Jack Johnson, who makes the play in foul territory, and that is out number 3. The Fish Sticks leave a man stranded at second base. We head to the bottom half of the 5th inning. Merchants on top, 4-2. Welcome back. Third baseman Jack Johnson climbs in, looking to improve on his 1-for-2 night with a triple, pair of RBIs, and a run scored. Good night already for Jack. He swings and misses at a ball in the dirt. Caden Poor pitched a scoreless bottom of the 4th. Jack Fenton pitching extremely well. 2 runs on 3 hits, no walks, 6 strikeouts. 65 pitches through the first 5 innings. Pitch missing low and in, 1-1. Alberghini on deck. Will Heron will follow. Jonah Scholl batting 8th in the order. Anthony Andrews batting 2nd, replacing Jordan Justice, or rather, replacing Bryce Lundberg and Jordan Justice, respectively. 2-1 the count. I thank you all for watching this likely final presentation of Everett Merchants Baseball for this season. We may pick up a road game, but at the moment, it does not appear that the schedule allows for that. We'll let you know if that changes. But either way, we would like to sincerely thank you for your viewership this season and for joining us out of the ballpark to help support this wonderful team and celebrate Harold Pyatt's final season with Everett. This ball fouled away. We'll do it again. Johnson climbs back in. 2-2, no away. Here's the pitch. Low, bouncing through. And a battle here. 7th pitch of the at-bat coming up. It'll be a payoff. Fouled back, just staying alive. Jack Johnson's had a few pretty famous long at bats this season. Went 15 pitches about a week or two ago. Here's the payoff. 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. One away for Kyle Alberghini. Climbs in, pair of RBIs. 0 for 1, sac fly, and an RBI groundout. Will Heron on deck. Here's the pitch. Big week of games coming up for the Merchants. Road contests on Thursday, tomorrow night at Everett Edmonds Community College against the Blackfins. Merchants win that game, and congratulations, they would be leading the PIL. Follow that up with a doubleheader on Saturday at Mount Si against the Honkers, a team just a half a game behind them in the standings. Things are getting interesting the next few games. Here's the 0-2. It's a foul tip. Slow pace of play tonight. Approach the hour 30 mark. Just halfway through this game. Popped up. Playable in shallow right by Tabata. He'll put it away for out number 2. Will Heron climbs in 1 for 2. Strikeout and a single. Play bottom of the 5th inning. Merchants on top 4-2. Number of games of interest to the Merchants. The Blackfins and the Honkers lock horns for a game tonight at Mount Si Baseball Field. Merchants will be there this Saturday for a doubleheader. And in Hartman Park, the Studs and the Dudes face off in a classic PIL matchup. That ball low. Neither of those games currently showing any statistics. We'll get you those as they come, if they do. 4 runs on 3 hits, 1 error for Everett. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors for the Fish Sticks. This ball outside, 2-0. It's a beautiful Cascade Mountains behind the outfield wall. This ball missing in. 3-0. Mount Pilchuck prominently displayed. Beautiful night for baseball. Here's the 3-0. It's a called strike of the knees. 3-1. Balled 4 down low. And a walk for Will Heron. 4th walk of the game issued by Fish Sticks pitcher. 2 for Stover, 2 for Poor. As Van Rinsum climbs in 0 for 2 with a robbery of a lineout back in the second to Hayes. See if he can avenge that here. The right-handed hurler working from the stretch, and he'll move to first. Not the best of moves. Jonah Scholl on deck. First at bat of the game for him. Coming up after Van Rinsum. Another move to first, nothing doing. No pitchers warming up on either side. We'll see Fenton back for the top of the 6th. Fouled straight back. It's the first pitch for Van Rinsum. Scholl on deck, Delisle in the hole. Corey Ackles coaching over at first. Bo Blacken at his normal position at third. Josh Berry surveying. He's in charge of the pitching staff, and a called strike. It's quickly 0-2 on Van Rinsum. And Harold Pyatt at the home plate corner of the third base dugout, where he has patrolled this team for 50 years. Final home game of his regular season campaign is tonight. Soft breeze out towards center. 0-2. Swing and a miss. Van Rinsum with a high inside fastball will swing through it and miss and strand a runner on at first base. Merchants still lead 4-2. Welcome back. Top of the 6th inning. Jack Fenton back on the mound for the Merchants. Uncharted territory for the Merchants starter. It's his 6th appearance on the season and already his longest. His prior longest was 5 innings against the Suds. This ball driven towards the wall. It'll be played on a short hop by Anthony Andrews. The throw to second base is got by Barber, and a leadoff double into the gap for Tabata against starter Jack Fenton. As I was mentioning, Fenton in uncharted territory. Longest start up to this point. 5 innings, a win against the Seattle Studs. First pitch to Chafee inside, ball 1. Chafee 1 for 2. Popped out to third, back in the 4th. It's a ground ball. Scholes got it, takes a quick peek at third, then said third of first base in time for the out. Tabata will advance to third on the play. There's a runner on at third, and 1 away for the Fish Sticks. Owen Prendergast, third baseman, 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. See what the Merchants can do to limit the damage here. First pitch missing, 1-0. Spall well hit to center field. Charging Isaiah Ackles, making the play in shallow center field. It's not deep enough to advance the runner, so he'll stay put at third. And there's 2 away. Espana 0 for 2 tonight, reached on an error by starting shortstop Braden Lindbergh. Jake Lockwood on deck. Ground ball past Finn into center field for a base hit. That's going to score Tabata. And the Merchants all of a sudden in a 1-run game. Their lead trimmed from 4-0 all the way down to 4-3. And the threat not over. Man on first base with 2 away. And pitcher getting ready quickly for the Merchants. We'll see when he's ready. It's a called strike. Josh Berry really hoping that Fenton can get himself out of this inning. Good, quick move to first, but the throw's a bit high and not in time. Aaron West, the ex-pro, getting warm for the Merchants. 0-1, here's the pitch. Low, 1-1. From the stretch, Fenton comes home. It's a hard-hit ground ball. Scholes got on the backhand, pops it up. The throw across, and it is in time for the out. Merchants strand a man on, but the Fish Sticks pick up a run. It's 4-3. Welcome back. Bottom of the 6th inning. Jonah Scholl leading off. .333 batting average. 6 games played this season for the Merchants. He unable to make it up to the GFI. That's why his stats are a bit suppressed. And the first pitch bounces in by Caden Poor. Poor, 2 scoreless innings. Only 2 walks. Scholl replacing Braden Lundberg as a defense replacement back in the 5th inning. Aaron West continues to warm for the Merchants. We'll see him in the 7th. Upstairs, well upstairs, running all the way to the backstop. 2-0. On deck, Lucas Delisle. Ziaklis is going to be up third. This ball spiked, and the catcher's going to need a minute. Lockwood going to get a chance to walk that one off. Great game here tonight between two of the top teams in the Pacific International League this season. Here's the 3-0. Bunt shown. Scholl pulls back and takes a strike on the inside part of the plate. 3-1. Inside, well inside. Jonas Scholl flips his back to the dugout and takes his base. Delisle walks in. 1-for-1 night with a walk. Merchant catchers have been putting in productive at-bats the last week or so. It's a great thing to see. Delisle figuring things out at the plate. Shotani's been one of the best bats all season. This ball nearly gets there to Jonas Scholl at first base. I always know Jonas Scholl's up to batter on the base paths because he wears that Merchant blue helmet. First pitch. Well upstairs, over the head. A wild pitch will advance the runner. And some chirping from the Merchant dugout. The control just not there for Poor this inning. Lockwood climbs up the mound, has a quick chat, and one of the coaches for the Honkers is getting things moving in the pen with some quickness here, trying to get something going. Delisle and Ziaklis having a quick chat while Lockwood tries to calm down Poor. From the stretch. Here's the pitch by Poor. It's a called strike. Three runs on 5 hits for the Sticks. 4 runs on 3 hits and an error for the Merchants. Long hold from Poor. High leg kick. Time called. And we'll do it again. Nate Tvet warming up for the Fish Sticks. The 1-1 swing and a miss. Breaking ball missing by quite a bit. Count is 1-2. Bo Blacken itching to send Scholl home. See if he'll get a chance. Delisle working with nobody out. Runner on at second base. Here's the pitch. It's well low and away. 2-2. 44 pitches for Caden Poor. Only 23 strikes. From the stretch. 2-2. Nobody out. Scholl on at second base. 4-3 Merchants. Here's the pitch. It's a chopper foul. Count runs full. Caden Poor yet to give up a hit, but 3 walks. Payoff pitch coming. The man on second, nobody out. Here it is. It's a well-hit ball to left center. Facto over and will make the play. Scholl will stay put at second base. One away for Zaya Ackles.
Now batting number 7, Zaya Ackles.
Ackles climbs in 0 for 2. He's been hit by a pitch. Came around to score. Big opportunity here. Merchant's got to capitalize. Runner on with nobody out. Now 1 out. Got to push that runner across. Here it comes. Bunt shown. He gets it down, but it's foul. Great opportunity for a bunt there. Enfield playing back. Up and in, 1-1. No real bunt defense on. Zaya's got the speed to get to first and beat this one out. His uncle coaching first. Here's the 1-1. Low, bounces away, wild pitch will advance the runner to third base. And now a well-hit fly ball would score the run. See what Ackles can do here. Bottom 8, or bottom 6, rather. Fouled straight back, just got a piece of it. Count is 2-2. One away. On deck is Anthony Andrews, replacement for Jordan Justice in left field back in the 5th. Pair of split games for the Merchants. Swing and a miss, but a wild pitch is going to get Jonah Scholl home. The throw to first is in time to complete the out. But score the run. It's 5-3 Merchants.
Now batting number 10, Anthony Andrews.
One and 0 to Andrews. Here's the pitch. Upstairs, 2-0. And a called strike gets him back in the count. Two and 1 to Andrews. 5-3 Merchants. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. We'll see Aaron West in the bottom half or the top half of the 7th. Merchants get a run on a wild pitch. 2-2. Swing and a miss. It gets all the way through. Andrews going to try to dig it out, but the throw over is just in time as it was a bit wide for the out. Merchants pick up a run. It's now 5-3 Everett. We head to the top of the 7th. Welcome back. Top of the 7th inning. Merchants on top 5-3 on a wild pitch. Dropped strike 3 to score the run. Will Florio climbs in 0 for 2. Facing former pro Aaron West. Aaron West, 169 appearances in the minor leagues between short A and double A. As this ball fouled away, 0-1. West, a 27-24 record, 3.75 ERA over those 169 appearances, 50 starts and 20 saves to go with 8 holds. Only 7 blown saves in 439 and a third appearance. Is that or 439 and a third innings rather, and only 25 home runs allowed in almost 440 innings pitched. Swing and a miss. It's gonna be fun to watch him work. Carson Hayes on deck. Nahaku in the hole. This ball low. 2-2. We expect to see Aiden Van Rinsum on the mound at some point tonight. Let's see if West can give us an inning or two. This pitch, swing and a miss. Carson Hayes 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout. Or excuse me, this is a pinch hitter. Looks to be 24. We'll get you a. This is Albert Jennings pinch hitting. As this pitch low, 1-1 the count on Albert Jennings pinch hitting. 282 hitter on the season. Replacing Carson Hayes, the shortstop, will get you the defensive changes when we know them. Swing and a miss. West working well so far. It's fun to watch these ex-pros go to work. Approach is just so much more confident. This pitch just missing. Brave take by Albert Jennings. Here's the pitch. 2-2. Bouncing in. It'll fill the count. When we come back, Aaron Barber, Jack Johnson, Kai Alberghini due up for the Merchants. Payoff pitch with 1 away. Fouled straight back. Nahaku on deck. The pitcher warming for the sticks. Here's the pitch. It's fouled again. Taved warming up for the sticks. Payoff pitch is lined into center field for a base hit. Ackles there to cut it off, 1 away, and a man on at first base for the honker, or for the fish sticks. Nahaku climbs in, center fielder 0 for 2 with a hit by pitch back in the first. 3 runs on 6 base hits, no errors for the fish sticks. 5 runs, 3 hits, 1 error for the Merchants. Clay Facto is on deck. Here's the pitch. Well low and away. It's a good move to first, but not in time. 1-0, 1 away. From the stretch, Aaron West delivers just a hair upside. Up high. 2-0. Heron holding Jennings. Here's the pitch. Upstairs. 3-0. Pitcher walking around in the bullpen for the Merchants. Can't quite make out a number, but he's not warming yet. He's just stretching out the arm. This pitch, called strike. Good one on the outside part of the plate. Back in the count. Expect to see Caden Poor back out on the mound as the pin is down for the Honkers. Oh, Tevet did get some work, and it's a called strike. Could see Tevet in relief as well. Payoff pitch coming with the man on first. And a called strike 3! Got him on the outside part of the plate for out number 2. 2 outs and 1 on for Clay Facto. Left fielder was hit by pitch and scored back in the 4th. You do not want to get hit by an Aaron West fastball. I can promise you that. Tabata is on deck. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Blew it right by him. Oh, 1. Called strike. 0-2. Aaron West, 2 strikeouts. See if he can strike out the side. From the stretch, here's the 0-2. Down low, good stop by Delisle. A little overhand toss it back to Aaron West, 1-2. West delivers. 1-2 is popped up, sky high fly ball. And Albergini comes in and makes the play for out number 3. West strands the runner at first base. We head to the middle of the 7th. Time to stretch. Merchants on top, 5-3. Welcome back, Nate. Tevet Now pitching for the Dub C Fish Sticks. 3 appearances, all in relief. He's given up 6 runs, all earned on 5 hits, 4 walks, no strikeouts in over 3 innings. No record and an 18.00 ERA. Merchant's looking to take advantage. First pitch missing. Here it is. 2-0 now to Aaron Barber. Barber 0 for 1 with a run scored and a pair of hit batsmen. Hard hit, ground ball up the middle, past the diving glove of Espana. That's a base hit into right field. Jack Johnson 1 for 3 with an RBI triple and a run scored. Let's see what he can do here. The most productive bat for the Merchants this season. See if he can give his bullpen a little breathing room. Called strike. Merchants on top 5-3. 2 in the first, 2 in the third, and 1 in the 6th inning. Fish Sticks scored 2 in the 4th and a single run in the 6th. Merchants led by as much as 4-0 for having their lead trimmed down to 4-3. Picked up an insurance run in the bottom half of the last frame. This ball pitch misses. 1-1. One pitch. Jack Johnson takes a called strike. One, two, nobody out. Barber on at first base. Alberghini on deck. Well hit ball, but foul down the left field line. Ryder Vane warming up for the Merchants. 1-2. DeVette delivers. It's a line drive. Base hit up the middle. Aaron Barber's going to stop at second. Past the diving glove of Owen Prendergast, as there are a number of defensive changes that we'll try to get to. Bunt shown, it's foul. Right, okay. Number of defensive changes will get to them between the next at bat. This ball popped up but foul. We'll get to a couple now. Prendergast is your new shortstop, moving from third to short. Tabata moving from right to third. And pinch hitter Albert Jennings moving to right. Then a swing and a miss for strike 3. Out number 1 in the inning.
Now batting number 37, Will Aaron.
Will Heron digs in 1 for 2 with a walk. Stranded twice. 2 on, only 1 away here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Merchants looking for a little bit of insurance. They lead by 2 inside for ball 1. Ryder Vane warming up for the Merchants. Tevette giving up 6 runs and sitting on 3 appearances. This ball hit a ton, and it is over the fence in left field. 3-run home run, and there's the insurance the Merchants were looking for. Will Heron delivers again. What a change of fortune at the plate. As unlucky as could be yesterday, he's now 2 for 3 with a walk and 3 RBIs tonight. It's 8-3 Merchants. There we go. That's a little bit more like it for the Merchants. Van Rinsum takes the ball low and inside. 1-0. Bases empty after the 3-run home run over the coast-to-coast sign in left field. And now the Merchants can breathe a bit. Van Rinsum up to bat. He'll likely pitch the 9th. The way things are lining up, this ball low. 2-0. Ryder Vane warming. He'll get an inning. Scholl on deck. Van Rinsum. Ball inside. 3-0. Joey Stover in line for the loss. Jack Fenton in line for the win. We will give Aaron West a hold if this result stands. This pitch is a called strike. Van Rinsum already threw the bat. Ball low. And Van Rinsum is aboard. Jonah Scholl climbs in, walked and scored after replacing Braden Lenberg in the field back in the 5th. Ryder's ready in the pen. 1 away. Van Rinsum on at first base. Jonah Scholl will watch the first pitch and swing and foul it off. On deck, Lucas Delisle. Well hit ball to left field on the run. And looking up is Facto. It's off the fence. Van Rinsum heading to third. He'll get there. He'll get the stop sign. Jonah Scholl double off the left field wall. And there are 2 on in scoring position for Lucas Delisle. Merchants looking to pour on here. Up by 5, but you never know in the PIL. Want to add as many insurance runs as they can. Delisle 1 for 2 with a walk. Single scores 2 with good speed at second. There's the pitch. Watches it in. It's a called strike. Zaya Ackles 0 for 3 with an RBI and 3 strikeouts. Or excuse me, no RBI for Zaya Ackles. As this ball is hit well to left field, and it's going to get down for a base hit. Scholl will stop at third. Everybody advances a base. And the Merchants add to their advantage. It's 9-3. looking for double-digit runs for the first time in quite some time. Last time the Merchants scored back-to-back runs was up in the Grand Forks tournaments, where they scored double-digit runs in 3 straight games. This ball gets away. Scholl will stay put. Everyone stays where they are. Last time Merchants scored double-digit runs in back-to-back games was, as we mentioned, the PIL tournament, last game of the group stage, and then the 2 knockout games. Those contests, a 20-5 win against the Studs, 10-0 shutout win against Fairbanks in the semifinals, and a 24-8 championship game win against the PIL leading Seattle Blackfins. Looking to get back to that kind of form, do wonders for this team's tournament chances. 9-3 here in the bottom of the 7th. Runners on the corners, 1 away. Count is 1-0. Here's the pitch. It's inside on Zaya, 2-0. Looking to avoid the sombrero. Jack Downing warming up for the Sticks. 3-0. And on deck, Anthony Andrews. Top of the lineup has struggled tonight. Combined 0 for 6 with 5 strikeouts and a walk. See if Zaya can break the streak. It's a called strike at the knees. Zaya Ackles, the only Merchant batter today to not reach or drive in a run. See if he can make it 11 for 11. 3-1 pitch. Here it comes. Runner goes. It's a ground ball to short. Shovel to second. The throw across is in time. RBI fielder's choice, or rather RBI ground out. 6-4 the put out, or 6-3 the put out. And I'll be honest, I'm surprised he didn't go to second to get the out there. The Merchants will take it. It's double-digit runs and 11 Merchant batters with either an RBI or reaching base tonight. Quite the outing for this lineup. Andrews climbs in with the runner on second, 2 away, and a 10-3 lead. He takes this pitch well inside off the plate, 1-0. Vane throwing a few more pitches now as this half inning stretches on a bit. Bouncing in 2-0 now. Barber on deck. Merchants with a 5 spot in the bottom of the 7th. It's been a while since the Merchants have put up 5 runs in an inning. They did it 4 times in Grand Forks. 3 innings of 5 runs and a 10-run inning in that tournament. Count is 2-1. Andrews scuffling at the plate this summer, looking to get things going here. Good opportunity. Swing free with a 7-run lead. Here it comes. Checks his swing. It's a called strike. Boy, oh boy, that would looked a little low. Corey Ackles sending some encouraging words towards his left fielder. To vet work from the stretch. Comes home. The 2-2 is popped up. Playable for Prendergast. He'll make the play for out number 3, and that will retire the side. But the Merchants pick up 5 runs as we head to the top half of the 8th inning. Merchants on top, 10-3. Welcome back to Everett. New pitcher for the Everett Merchants is Ryder Vane. He'll face leadoff man Mahi Tabata. Started in right field, moved to third base. Sean O'Connor now joined by Dodge Matthews in the press box. Dodge, welcome to the broadcast.
Thanks for having me.
Vane delivers first pitch, swing and a miss by Tabata. Vane, 3 appearances on the season, 2 starts, 14 and 2/3 innings pitched. He's given up 5 runs, all earned on 15 hits, 4 walks, 10 strikeouts, 1-1 record, and a 3.07 ERA. Looking to lock this game down quickly. 0-2 on Tabata. Dodge, what are your impressions on this team so far?
Well, the offense is picked up later in the game, and it was a weird way to start the game with not too many hits, but runs still being scored. Part of the reason for the Merchants' lead tonight is the fact that even though they only have 2 more hits than the Fish Sticks, their 7 more runs are because of walks and hit batters.
And a swing and a miss. DeLisles will finish the play eventually. Throws to first base to complete the out. And I think you bring up a great point. This team able to produce with runners on. They stranded a few guys early, but have done a good job of making the Fish Sticks pay for those walks and hit batsmen. Tyler Chafee, designated hitter, climbs in 1 for 3 tonight. And Prendergast on deck. Vane will work from the stretch, as he always does. Delivers the pitch. Swing and a miss. Good command of the zone for the Merchants pitchers tonight. 9 strikeouts, no walks. And that's what you want to see from your staff in a game like this.
Yes, it's been very good from the pitching staff of the Merchants tonight.
Vane swings and misses. 1-2.
Vane seems to have a very over-the-top throwing motion. Seems to find the zone quite easily.
He's been one of the Merchants' best pitchers this season, mostly out of the start, or as a starter, but good to see him step in. Is that one getting away from him just a bit? Not a huge issue with nobody on. Plenty of pitchers in the bullpen tonight for the Merchants. Not the case earlier this week, but able to scrape together a win. 2-2 coming. Foul tip. Did he hold on? He did. That's strike 3. Chafee wasn't so sure that one didn't hit the ground, but home plate umpire Chris Claffin calls it a strikeout.
How many strikeouts is that for the Fish Sticks tonight?
That is 10 strikeouts. Not a number you want to see.
No.
As a manager. And this team entering tonight, the Fish Sticks, winners of 9 straight league games, 9 straight games overall. 1-5 start took them all the way up to 10-5. And at one point before yesterday's game, a tie for second place in the PAL. So quite a run. Swing and a miss. Vane working efficiently here. 8 strikeouts, only 3 balls.
They seem to be swinging after pitches that are missing the zone. Good off-speed pitches from the Merchants tonight.
The 0-2. Called! Strike 3. 1, 2, 3 go the Fish Sticks. And the Merchants take care of business in the top of the 8th inning. When we come back, Merchants look to add on. Home 8th, 10-3 Merchants. Welcome back. Sean O'Connor, Dodge Matthews. Aaron Barber climbing in 1 for 2 tonight with a pair of hit by pitches and 2 runs scored. He was part of that really strange first 2 frames for the Merchants where they picked up 2 runs with no base hits. First pitch by new pitcher Jack Downing misses just up and away. Barber takes a called strike on the inside part of the zone. Not the worst zone we've seen this season, I'll say that much.
Definitely not. The zone has a little bit of an inconsistent strike and ball called when it's on the left side of the plate, usually down low in the zone. But other than that, it's been pretty good tonight.
Yeah, nothing too bad at all. Jake Downing winds, delivers. The 1-1 is a ball low. To be honest, thought that one caught a little bit of the plate. Downing, 3 appearances on the year, all in relief. 4 innings of work. He's given up 3 runs, all earned, on 3 hits, 5 walks, 4 strikeouts. No record, and that one hits Barber. 6.75 ERA on the season for Downing. Brings up Jack Johnson.
How many hit batters is that tonight?
I was just getting ready to pull
and
that
that's
up.
the 3rd time for Aaron Barber.
3rd time for Barber, 4 overall in the game for Merchant batters, and I think the Merchant pitchers have hit a fish stick or two, too. So a painful night at the plate for these kids. Johnson climbs in. He takes a called strike. Johnson 0 for 2. Pair of RBIs, 2 runs scored, a single and a triple. Good night at the plate for the 3rd baseman.
He looks ready to go. He's right on time to that fastball.
Checks his swing. He did not go. The dugout's chirping back and forth. You never know how Harold Pyatt's going to react to that, but he's laughing right along, which you love to see. 1-1. It's a hard chopper to third. The relay to second base is spawning at a first in time. 5-4-3 double play and a real tight play at first base, but I think that was the right call. 2 away.
I think it was too. Second baseman made a good transfer on that double play. It looked like it wasn't going to get it from third, but that good transfer made it just in time to first.
Good transfer and a pretty good arm by that second baseman to get it over in time. Kai Alberghini climbs in 0 for 3. A pair of RBIs on a ground out back in the first and a sac fly in the third. It's a called strike number 1.
Has a good slider there, moving from inside to down the middle.
Good glove side run there on that pitch. Will Heron on deck. I'd love to see him with another chance at the plate. 2 for 3 with a big home run back in that 5-run 7th.
That's his 2nd home run, Will Heron, in the past few games.
It is. Yeah, he's had a very productive homestands. As I mentioned, not the greatest night at the plate last night. Hit the ball hard, but always right to someone, but more than made up for it in the field with a diving catch on the first base line and a relay to third for the double play. 2-1. Alberghini spoils that foul. 2-2.
Just a little late on that one. He'll be on time for the off speed if it's there.
2-2, 2 away. Nobody on. And this pitch is also fouled away. We'll do it again.
Please return all base calls to the field.
Middle infield shaded slightly towards the corners and deep. Middle wide open. The 2-2. Swing and a miss at a high fastball. And that will retire the side. The Merchants go quietly. Double play as Downing faces the minimum. We'll be back for the top of the 9th inning. Last ups for the Fish Sticks. It's 10-3 Merchants. Welcome back. Sean O'Connor and Dodge Matthews. Aiden Adams entering the game at pitcher, making his Merchant debut. Got no information on him, unfortunately, but we'll be interested to see what the kid can do on the mound. Warming up in the bullpen, just in case, is Aiden Van Rinsum. Leading off, Miguel Espana, 1 for 3 with an RBI. He reached on an error in the 4th. Now, Dodge, I've heard you have a personal connection to this field, namely the pitching mound. Care to tell that story to our viewers?
Well, this field was being re-turfed when I was a senior in high school.
Johnson, throw over in time for out number 1.
And the very first game that was played on this field, I was able to pitch.
Oops, sorry. And the out is called, we think. And we're going to have a quick conversation here, as that was a fair foul call. Third base coach going to come out and argue. Good luck winning this argument.
It looked fair to me from my perspective.
It was pretty borderline, I think, but you're going to be hard pressed to find a guy with a better view than the third base umpire who made the call.
Exactly.
So you mentioned this field getting. I think you mentioned getting new turf, and yeah.
And the first few home games for the Everett High School baseball team were played at, I believe it was Shoreline High School, because the turf was late getting down. And so we didn't have a home field yet, but eventually the new turf was able to be put down. And it's very good turf, allows you to play in rain, which we get a lot of here in the Pacific Northwest.
Absolutely.
And even that first game that we played on this field, it was raining, and it was just kind of an interesting game. But yeah,
very nice. Great claim to fame, Dodge Matthews, first pitcher in Everett Memorial Stadium. That pitch missing to Jake Lockwood, 0 for 3 with a pair of strikeouts. Here's the 1-2 upstairs, 2-2.
Adams seems to have a good fastball coming from the right side of the mound.
He does. Good velocity. As this Fish Sticks team is a talkative bunch. Fun as long as it doesn't go too far, which is the call on every ball.
I think they've had a little bit too much of this game already.
Yeah, they're ready to
call it a night.
Head on back to White Center as that pitch misses. And a 1-out walk issued by Aiden Adams. And Chris Claffin having a conversation with the Fish Sticks dugout.
I believe this is the second time in this game that the dugout has had to be talked to about their chirping.
Yeah. I'll be honest, I didn't really hear anything too objectionable.
Definitely no words to be heard that were objectionable.
Foul straight back. I think that caught a piece of everybody on the way to the screen.
We call
and
that
1.
3 birds with 1 stone.
Yeah, there you go. Aiden Adams from the stretch. He'll deal and deliver. The 0-1 bounces in. 1-1.
Putting in good work tonight, blocking up some balls.
Absolutely. Good defensive catching is one of the hallmarks of these Merchant teams under Harold Pyatt. And that's an important piece of any team. It makes your pitching staff that much better. The 1-1. Oh, strike of the knees. Good breaking pitch.
Well, I know they have Coach Bo Blacken. He was also my select coach for 13 and 14U.
There you go.
And he caught himself.
And he got him at first base! Aiden Adams.
That was a wonderful pickoff move to first for a righty right there.
No kidding. Goodness gracious. And the Merchant boys chirping a little bit now as the Fish Sticks all of a sudden down to their final out. Or final strike, rather. And it's a called strike 3. What an appearance! Anthony Adams Merchants win this one by a final score of 10-3. As the Fish Sticks win streak ends at 9, Merchants win their final home game of the season and the final home game of Harold Pyatt's 50-year career as the manager of the Everett Merchants. Dodge, thanks for joining us on the broadcast.
Thank you for having me.
For Dodge Matthews, I'm Sean O'Connor, the voice of the Everett Merchants. Thank you all for listening all season long. We look forward to seeing you next season as Bo Blacken and Josh Berry take over this squad, as some tempers flaring just a little bit here. Josh Berry not super happy with the Fish Sticks at the moment. But we will see you next season, and possibly for a road game down the stretch. Until then, I'm Sean O'Connor, the voice of the Everett Merchants. Thank you all for listening.